clinics. Some of the young people have been sent to Prince Albert and Saskatoon for help.
They're hurting. They miss their friends and they're hurting. And we want to tell the youth that they're loved and they're cared for, and that for them, encouraging them to reach out.
To help that happen, teachers are getting suicide prevention training and mental health workers taking shifts so they're available around the clock. Youth suicide is not a new phenomenon for First Nations in northern Saskatchewan, but Cook Searson says this is unlike anything she's ever seen. Allison Dempster, CBC News, Regina.
Overnight, more heavy bombing in the Syrian city of Aleppo. Activist groups estimate more than 350 people have been killed in the past 3 weeks. The conflict has been going on for more than 5 years. Now Canada is taking the lead to try to end the civil war by requesting a rare meeting of the entire UN General Assembly. As Melissa Kent explains, the move comes out of frustration with Russia's vetoes at the Security Council.
The result of the voting is as follows.
As the brutal war in Syria rages on unabated, Russia casts its fifth veto in 5 years.
The draft resolution has not been adopted.
A resolution aimed at ending aerial bombardments of the besieged city of Aleppo and the grounding of all warplanes. Michael Grant is Deputy Permanent Representative at the Canadian mission to the UN.
We saw last week that when presented with a resolution, we saw the outcome. So at this stage, I think the frustration of member states is growing and the need to take action.
While there is some talk about suspending Syria's voting rights or expelling it from the UN altogether, that action is highly unlikely and not part of the Canadian initiative. Canada has submitted a request for the entire General Assembly to meet on Syria. The letter, seen by CBC, includes a reference to an emergency special session under what's called the Uniting for Peace resolution. It dates back to 1950 and allows for the wider membership to step in when the Security Council fails to carry out its primary responsibility, the maintenance of international peace and security.
First and foremost, this is about ending the suffering for the Syrian people. That's the objective of this initiative.
While General Assembly resolutions cannot be vetoed, they're also not binding, unlike those adopted by the Security Council. Melissa Kent, CBC News at the United Nations in New York.
The next head of the UN says ending conflict in Syria will be his biggest challenge. Antonio Guterres was unanimously approved for the position of UN Secretary General.
I believe that it is the international community's first priority is to be able to end this conflict and then to use the momentum created by it to try to address all the other conflicts that are interlinked.
Guterres becomes the 9th Secretary General on January 1st, replacing Ban Ki-moon.